What's going on, guys? This is TM25MD, and I am back with another Duelyst live today, and I apologize for the lack of content. Again, I am actually leaving California. My brother's already moved into med school, and I'll be leaving today, actually, so hopefully safe travels. And but anyways, I decided to record a live for you guys today. I actually had one recorded, and apparently my laptop was not able to, since I'm on vacation, I can't bring my computer with me. I have my laptop, and I was like the recording didn't save, so unfortunate there. That's on me though. But I had some very good games, honestly. I played 4 ranked games. Actually, I should probably show the deck first with this sock list, interesting sock list. And it consists of win conditions are, Ray with Cataclysmic Fault, Elmira healers, as well as Thunderhorn, Wild Tar to combo with Astral Phasing. So it's an interesting list. It's kind of like a mid-range list, you can say. The early game only has technically 6 2-drops. Doesn't really, or 8 2-drops if you count Oblivion Sickle. But I don't usually count Ray unless I'm going second, and I decided to ramp into Thunderhorn or Spelljammer. Then I wouldn't count Ray as a 2-drop or a turn 1 play. But anyways, 2 Oblivion Sickles, very good with Sock, very good with Falchius. You can get some early board presence with those Exhuming Sands, something you don't really have with Xerix, right? I mean, you could run Oblivion Sickle with Xerix, but I just think it's better in Sock. As you can trade more efficiently with 2-drops, 1/2 or 1/4s or 2/3s, right? Science First Wish, great cycle card. 3 Azure Heralds for some healing and sustain. This was a little bit debated, but I actually like the Primus Fist over the Healing Mystic for some extra push damage that I can throw on Wild Tar, right? Let's say it's only a 2/4 and there's a bunch of sub 4 health minions. You can throw a Primus Fist on this should it not be buffed, and it's a 4/4 Frenzy. Not bad. 3 Falchius, very strong. Staple in every Vetruvian deck. 3 Astral Phasings, again to combo with Wild Tar and Thunderhorn. 2 Wildfire Ankh, we are Sock, so it's pretty good to have. Very good control card, honestly, as well. 2 Spelljammers for some more draw outside of Science First Wish. 2 Sandswell Readers and 2 Blood of Airs. Originally I had 3, but I felt like given the control, the mid-early game control with Falchius, Wildfire Ankh, and Oblivion Sickle, which is not a control card, but those combination cards, I didn't really need 3 Blood of Airs, so I ran with just 2 and 2. This is a great temple card as well. It was not something you would play against minions with Opening Gambit, but great against Dying Wish minions, kind of like Klaxon, Vorpal Reavers, things like that. Elmira healers, delays them for a turn. Excuse me. 1 Superior Mirage to counteract the Gravitated Mecantors. Pretty much added Abyssian and Magmar Tech. 2 Elmira healers, great sustain, and 2 Cataclysmic Fault. These cards are win conditions. Should Thunderhorn and Wild Tar not work out in the early game. But yeah, that was the list, and I'll show the replays that I had. Unfortunately, I wasn't not able to record or save the recording due to technical difficulties. I'm not going to show this one, but I think Zeus was a very long game, so I'm going to show MD first, and then Death's Advocate and Dragal. So MD 9000. Get into this game, we'll speed it up a little bit. Again, I see Cataclysmic Fault, I see Astral Phasing, I don't see Wild Tar or Thunderhorn in our starting hand, so I decided to replace those 2. Rather than lead off with the Primus Fist over the Azure Herald. I kind of want to keep the Cataclysmic Fault. I was just pretty much just trying to see what happens if I keep this card in my hand and not cycle it. So, my play is pretty simple, right? Just Primus Fist, and I decided to, since I saw the second Science First Wish, might as well just throw it on there, why not? So threaten that tile, threaten into potentially ramp it to 6, right? Because if I'm able to take this tile and this tile, I can play Cataclysmic Vault, override his Hallowed Ground. And he plays Scintilla, a premature Scintilla. I usually don't like playing Scintilla blind without getting its effect off, but you know, to each their own. I think I opt to go for the Thunderhorn here, because Sunbloom can be a thing. Alternatively, I could have just played Ray into Cataclysmic Vault, but I felt like developing the minion now would have been better. Save this for a turn. Once I do hit 6 mana, I can just play this plus this and guarantee the bodies from Cataclysmic Vault. So that's kind of the reason why I decided to hold off with Thunderhorn, or excuse me, hold off on Cataclysmic Vault. I also thought he might have had like a Holy Immolation or something, but maybe he messed up the ordering. Not entirely sure. Oh, Gold Vitriol. I think he was able to ping off a lot of my my Thunder here, but it is what it is. It's a lot of healing off. He's taking a bit of a gamble here. It is 1 in 3 for most of these minions. Yeah, and he messes up. Or he didn't get to the RNG, he doesn't ping those off, so I think we're okay in that regard. I didn't want to waste my BBS just yet, so I decided just to get some Falchions Pledge for the Scintilla, since he still has Afterglow, so I didn't want him to get value. And I decided to play the Primus Fist here, so he can't just, you know, like walk away from me all the way up here. So I usually like playing minions 2 above, because that pretty much guarantees, unless he goes 2 down, this Primus Fist can hit him from anywhere in the can hit him anywhere on the board. So that's the reason behind that position. I couldn't get rid of both the Scintilla and the Gold Vitriol in the same turn, so I had to choose. I decided to prioritize the Scintilla because he did have Afterglow ready. So my play is simple here. I decided just to lead off with a Cataclysmic Vault. I felt like this was the time, since it was an empty board. Into Ray, so this also works if he decides to play another minion, we can dispel it. So I played here. So Ironcliff, rather slow turn in my opinion. I think Ray dispelled the Cleric. It's a kind of the downfall of Ray. It chooses the nearest one, even if it's just an opening gambit. So my time is just pretty much play a Myra healer, because usually Lionheart doesn't really have an answer to it outside of like, you know, Martyrdom and maybe Sunbloom, which I'm fine with. If he Sunblooms this, yeah, I said oops. I didn't move my minions first, so that was a misplay on my part. But anyways, if he decided to Sunbloom this, he wouldn't Sunbloom the tiles, which I was perfectly fine with. Since if he did have Sunbloom, that's one of his two cards in hand. But you know, it's Lionheart. If they have 1 card in hand, it's probably Leo. So I'm okay with that. He's just going face. I don't really care, because I should win the long game. Because I do have Blood of Fear, I have another Myra healer, so I'm fine with him hitting me. To be honest, so. Seeing my mistake last turn, I was not going to repeat it. I'll play my minions first. I got rid of the Cataclysmic Vault. Looking for a 2-drop, and I do get it. 2 or 3-drop. Start trading myself into him. Since I do have Blood of Air, and I can just play another 2-drop on this thing. Body block as well. And it's actually lethal here, so. With Blood of Air. So getting the Primus Fist guaranteed to the game. Yeah, and that's game 1. Pretty fun game, honestly, if I remember that. Zeus was too long. This was like a game that was like 10 turns, it passed 9 cores. I was playing Control Lionar, like Control Arja, and now it's just like a long shot. But anyways, played Death's Advocate, who's also playing some memes, as you'll see. Superior Mirage not really that good, so I'll throw that back. We don't have Elmira or Cataclysmic Vault, so I decided to throw the Ray back. Get a first wish, so we have no turn 1 player, unfortunately. Maybe keeping the Ray would have been better, but we get it again, so we can play our 4-drop. Go up here and play a Ray, play Spelljammer, right? But he actually plays his own Spelljammer, I think. He plays Skywing. So he goes off here. Hero the Spelljammer, get another Ray. Honestly, I thought it would just be better just to play Ray here and dispel the nearest minion, and then play Science first. See if we can get like a 2 or 3 drop like Wild Tor. We do get a Wild Tor, so that's exactly what I do. I just put it here. So this Ray is pretty much guaranteed to dispel his next minion, which, seeing he is playing probably Aether Summoning, or Azure Summoning, excuse me, he's probably going to go off with a bunch of Skywings and Dragon Arcs, which he does, end up getting, which is kind of unfortunate for us. He gets a big swarm going. Can't really deal with all these Dragon Arcs, but we can deal with, most of it. This Wild Tor can, in combination with the Science First Wish, can clear this area here. This will probably be dispelled, since it is the closest one. I think it was a 50-50 between what it would hit. As it does dispel the Skywing, which is good, because he already has 3 Skywings out. So, Science First Wish this thing. And I think we're pretty much good there. Clear this area. I decided to play the Falchius here, honestly, not because I wanted to avoid 2 damage, but I wanted to get a 3-3 on board. And I played it here out of his General's reach. And I think I called that turn. No point in playing Ray, because he already has, this is dispelled, and this is his only Skywing left, really. He's thinned his deck pretty much, so thankfully getting rid of all 3 Skywings, he doesn't really have a way to reduce the cost of his minions, but he did thin his deck out relatively well now. But Unsummoned was kind of interesting, which kind of implies to me that he's running Elmira's. Trying to get Unsummoned to pull an early Elmira, or an Elmira for free. Pretty decent tempo play should you get it off, but I decided to use the Blood of Air here. I knew he had Elmira in hand. That's the only reason why he would run Unsummoned in in Vetruvian. Reason why I used the Blood of Air here, as opposed to the next turn when he drops Elmira, is because I did have Falchius plus BPS, which would have cleared it for free. The only thing that he would get is +5 health. Decided to hold on to my Ray and Cataclysmic Vault, as we can do that next turn. Should he not drop the Elmira, but he does. He ends up hitting me, which is a little bit interesting. I guess he wanted me to trade into this, but I'm fine with that. But yeah, decided to play the Falchius in front of me, play around Star's Fury a little bit. Silence Strike. Do this Elmira. The only thing he gets is 5 health, which is fine. And I decided to play the Primus Fist here, again playing around Star's Fury. Because I know he's known to run like a bunch of weird stuff. With like, as it was already evident, he was running an Azure Summoning, which is not really weird, but he was also running, what's it called? Unseven. So I don't know what other tricks he has up his sleeve. So I decided just to just play around Star's Fury. Though it's not as common as it once was. I think I just decided to play the Cataclysmic Vault into Ray. That pretty much, then I can play Elmira. There's no way he can kill me from 16 here. And there's no way for his Elmira to die, so I decided to play Ray here, try and dispel it. As it is provoked, and if he does play something in the cardinal directions here, or if he kills this here, it would only be like a 50-50 or so. He does have the Wildfire on, which kind of sucks, but that doesn't delay the inevitable that I will have bunch of 2/2s every turn. So Silence First Wish, that's fine. And he gets actually double Duskweaver, which is kind of interesting. But that leaves him only at 1 card, 2 at the end of the turn. So unfortunately, the raid lost the 1 and 3 when they ended up dispelling this Duskweaver. So I decided to take the hit. I knew I would win the long game with Cataclysmic Fault and develop my own Elmira here. Now this is where the tides will be in my favor now. Especially now that I have healing, I have ping, I have a bunch of minions. The game is pretty much mine, in my opinion. As he only has 2 cards. One of them is a what's it called? Is a Science Wish. But yeah, he has Elceric, so I'm just like, oh, okay, so I guess he's trying to go for lethal. If he has something like, I don't know, like another Science plus a Science second, or double Science second, I think wins the game. So if he gets that from the Duskweaver, he could just beat me. But, you know, I have lethal here after top to him with Primus Fist. Primus Fist plus this, it's, you know, 4, 5, 6, 8 damage. So that's pretty much good. So yeah, Cataclysmic Fault, putting in the work. I think Cataclysmic Fault, I don't want to call it too strong, but it is very good. Similar to, I think it's very similar to Variax in the fact that once you play it, your opponent has a limited amount of time to kill you, because they will, you will just be overwhelmed by the massive amount of minions, really. But anyways, let's go look for the last game against Dragal. And I believe he was running a Tempo Argent list on his Smurf account. See a wildfire I'm gonna raid. I probably got the raid here. As we do not have, you know, like a 4-drop, but maybe I should have kept it just in case I'm mulliganed a Thunderhorn. Yeah, so I see the Primus Fist, I know he's running Tempo. So I just decided to play the Wild Card here. Tempo lists don't usually have a lot of removal outside of Lasting Judgment, Tempest, and Tiger, Regalia. So I just decided to play the Wild Card plus Science First Wish, so Regalia would take damage. Well, it takes damage regardless, because you take 5. It has 5 attack when you hit it. So he decides to take the 6 and play with Tiger. So I think we're off to a pretty good start here. Favorable trade, get 1 Tiger out of him as well. So I think this is a good time to develop a Thunderhorn plus Science First Wish, take this tile away, and just smack him, really, because Duelyst again do not have a lot of removal. They won't be running something. They'll be running Lightbender, so in my opinion, not bad. He plays a Sworn Sister, clearly Tempo, just by the obvious thing there. He's able to ignore it, also not bad. And I think he just hits me here, which is honestly quite fine, as I do have and he knows that Arclight Regalia, which actually kind of sucks for him. But I don't think it would be that useful in this matchup, especially since Vetruvian has access to Rasha's Curse, but he doesn't know we're not running Rasha's Curse, so we'll be running Wildfire on, and we are able to clear. And do a little bit of face damage as well. The reason why I didn't want to move my Thunderhorn a little bit closer to him, because I didn't want it to get hit by this Sworn Sister. Like, if you wanted to Holy Immolate plus Punch, that would clear my Thunderhorn, so I kind of wanted to play it out of this thing's reach. And if he does decide to do a Holy Immolation play, it would have to be Bludgeon, but I guess he pulled a slow from the Sworn Sister, which is not a bad play. It's 5-mana Holy Immolation. But thankfully for us, we can clear this. Unfortunately, we can't get the 5 face damage in, but we do have Elmira Healer, which, if they don't draw the Lightbender, we won't be able to effectively deal with this. So, able to shoot him, put him down. We're putting an immense amount of pressure on him, and he ends up just conceding, because he probably did not draw any of this spell. So the Elmira would just win the game on top of that. So yeah, that's Midrange Sajj. I don't know what you would call this, like flying, not because it's not a flying list. It has the astral phasing, but you know, it is what it is. It's a really fun list nonetheless. It's 4-0 in diamonds as I'm climbing up to S rank this month. But yeah, more daily content to come once I return from vacation, which actually will be today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Duelyst live, and I'll catch you guys later.